I feel like there's three main reasons as to why VTubers are struggling to make friends with other VTubers. The first reason is that they don't interact with anyone. The only people they interact with is their chat. They don't talk to other VTubers. They don't reply to their tweets. They don't like put themselves out there. They're not out there looking for people to like interact with. And, you know, they're kind of just, it's kind of like sitting in the corner of a party and hoping that someone comes up to you and starts to talk to you, you know? Like if you're not putting yourself out there, then no one's going to know you exist. No one is going to talk to you. So for example, like a really easy way to do that is to just interact with other VTubers in their chats. Like that's all you have to do. You just have to become like a regular chatter on someone else's stream. That's really like a very easy step to do that I feel like a lot of people aren't doing because they're either too shy or they're afraid that they're going to be accused of clout chasing, which is really not something that you need to be afraid of unless you are dick riding like huge VTubers. Like unless you're doing that, you really have no reason to be like of being afraid of being called a clout chaser if the only people you talk to are people who are the same size or smaller as you. Like that's not something you have to worry about. But I wouldn't say you should go into every interaction expecting like a friendship. You should go into it expecting to build, like I said, a rapport, getting your name out there. And part of that is like interacting with people who are on the same level as you. That kind of goes into like the second reason as to why, you know, certain VTubers are struggling to make friends is because they aren't interacting with people who are the same size as them because the only people they watch are big VTubers. Like, I think that if you are going to be like an indie VTuber, especially if you're a small VTuber, you do need to watch people who are like the same size as you, who are on the same level as you. That's just something you need to do. That's not to say you have to stop watching like your favorite, like, you know, Hololive VTuber, but you need to start, you know, interacting with people who are in the same space as you. Because realistically, you have a lot more in common with someone who is also a 2view than you have with someone who has like thousands of people in their chat, you know? You have a better chance of like forming a meaningful relationship with someone who is like has the same struggles as you, makes similar types of content to you, or just has a similar mindset to you, right? And that I think is a big problem, is that these people, they don't interact with people who are, you know, like I said, the same size and on the same level as them. They only interact with big VTubers. They only reply to big VTubers' tweets. They only talk to big VTubers in their streams. They're not like, yeah, they're basically more or less not like trying to build a rapport with people who they could potentially have a meaningful relationship with. I especially think if you are going to be in this space, like if you do want to make friends as a VTuber, like it's like all you really have to do is just go into other people's streams and just like start talking to them. You know, just start talking to them, become a regular in their chat, you know, maybe raid into them a couple times if you can. And it just, that's how I did it. I literally just like go into people's chats and I'm like, hi, I like your model. And just like, you know, talk to them, interact with them, you know, maybe raid into them. And then, you know, you raid into them and they say, oh, hey, so-and-so, you also stream. That's really cool. I didn't know that, right? That's not to say you should go into other people's chats and like self-promote. You should absolutely not go into people's chats and be like, hey, I'm also a VTuber. Do you want to collab? Like, do not do that. You know, the main thing you want to do is to get people to recognize your name. Because if people recognize your name, they're more inclined to, you know, be friendlier towards you and to keep you more at the forefront of their minds, right? Because realistically, if you never interact with someone and you never talk to them, but you want to be friends with them and you want to collab with them, how are they supposed to know that, right? How are they supposed to know that, you know? I do not think if you're a VTuber, you should not go into people's chats with the express intention of becoming friends with them. Because you never know what someone is like behind the scenes. Not necessarily in a negative way, but people are very different off stream than they are on stream, you know? And just because you get along on stream or off stream does not mean you'll get along vice versa, right? Some people who are very like chatty and loud on stream are actually super quiet and introverted off stream, like the complete opposite. It's very interesting. But like mainly you more so than like making a friendship, you should, like I said, be building a rapport. The third reason as to why, smaller VTubers are struggling to make friends is because they don't actually want to make friends with people who are on the same level as them. What they want is to be essentially adopted by a larger VTuber and have them carry them into popularity and relevancy. They don't actually want friendships. They just want that, they just want a popular person to notice them and kind of take them under their wing. They're very disingenuous with this. These are the kind of people that make those posts on Twitter that's like, hey, I'm looking for VTuber friends. Like, let's be friends. Like, DM me. You know those like posts. Those are the kind of people that aren't actually looking for friendships. They are just looking for attention and clout. Those are the kind of people that you should probably avoid because they, like I said, they're not really looking for friendships. They are just looking for, the quickest way to relevancy and fame. They just want to climb the social ladder. They just want to climb the social ladder. Yeah.